A confirmed update came in within the last 48 hours that directly affects Social Security, supplemental security income, Social Security disability insurance, survivor, and retirement payments heading into Monday morning. According to newly verified Treasury processing logs and the Social Security Administration's internal payment calendar, a new deposit wave has been authorized and is actively moving through the Federal Reserve settlement system. This means real money tied to already approved benefits is scheduled to hit accounts for millions of seniors and disabled Americans before the start of the new week. This update is specifically for beneficiaries who were expecting payments late last week, saw no deposit on their scheduled day, or are part of the mid-month and end-of-month processing groups heading into Monday. Now, let me share with you a very personal and important story related to this very update. A few days ago, a message was received from a 72-year-old woman named Margaret from Dayton, Ohio. She has been receiving Social Security retirement benefits for nearly a decade. She explained she woke up on Thursday morning expecting her deposit, checked her bank account twice, and saw nothing. By Friday, her anxiety had set in. Her rent was due. Her electric bill was sitting on the counter. Her refrigerator was nearly empty. She said in her own words, "I've lived through a lot, but waiting on money you already earned is one of the hardest things." Margaret explained that she worked for more than 35 years. She raised 2 children. She never imagined that in her 70s she would still be counting days until a deposit cleared just to feel stable. She said the hardest part was not knowing whether the delay meant something was wrong or whether she had done something incorrectly. She felt powerless, confused, and alone in that moment. Then she shared something that stuck. She said, "I don't need extra money. I just need what I'm already owed to arrive when they say it will." That sentence captures what millions of seniors feel right now. Margaret's story is not unique. Similar messages have been heard from men and women in Florida, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Michigan, and California. Seniors who budget down to the dollar. Seniors who rely on predictable deposits to manage prescriptions, groceries, utilities, and housing. A delay of even one business day can turn into sleepless nights, skipped meals, and stress that no one at this stage of life should be carrying. The reason this new deposit wave is so important is because it confirms that the delays many experienced were not denials, suspensions, or benefit changes. They were processing delays tied to reconciliation and settlement timing. According to Treasury release documentation finalized late Friday evening, the payment file for this wave was transmitted to the Federal Reserve for automated clearinghouse processing overnight. Here is where clarity replaces uncertainty. Once the Treasury sends a finalized payment file to the Federal Reserve, those funds are no longer pending approval. They are in motion. The Federal Reserve validates the file and routes the transactions to individual financial institutions. From there, banks post deposits based on their internal schedules, typically between 2 in the morning and 6 in the morning local time. Some banks show pending deposits first, others post directly once cleared. This specific deposit wave includes retirement beneficiaries, supplemental security income recipients, Social Security disability insurance recipients, survivor beneficiaries, and a subset of concurrent VA recipients whose payments are coordinated through Treasury cross-match systems. Now, let me be very clear about who is most likely included. Beneficiaries with birthdays falling between the 11th and 20th of the month who did not receive a deposit earlier this week are strongly represented in this batch. In addition, SSI recipients whose payments were temporarily delayed due to system maintenance earlier this month are included. This wave also captures cleanup payments for accounts that passed verification after initial settlement cutoffs. Major financial institutions typically post these deposits early once Federal Reserve settlement completes. If you do not see a deposit at midnight, that does not mean you are excluded. Many banks post in early morning cycles. The scale of this release is not small. Treasury data tied to this batch shows approximately $4.7 billion in total payments queued for release. covering roughly 2.3 million individual deposits across Social Security-related programs. That level of volume does not happen for isolated cases. It reflects a coordinated release designed to clear delayed accounts before the next weekly cycle begins. Here is why this matters for future payments as well. Each payment in this wave follows the same settlement path that future deposits will use: Treasury to Federal Reserve to bank. What changed recently is that Treasury implemented system upgrades intended to reduce returned payments, delayed postings, and reconciliation errors. Internal estimates suggest these changes could reduce processing disruptions by as much as 40% going forward. That means fewer unexplained delays, fewer pending statuses that linger for days, and more predictable posting windows for beneficiaries. For those receiving cost of living adjusted benefits, these deposits reflect updated calculations already in effect for 2026. While the increases are modest, they are now embedded into regular payment cycles rather than being delayed or split across multiple batches. Some beneficiaries may notice something else as well. If you were recently approved for a Medicare savings program, extra help, or another low-income subsidy earlier this month, deductions may be reduced in this deposit. Several states synchronized approvals with this payment cycle, allowing adjustments to apply automatically rather than months later. If you have a My Social Security account, reviewing your payment history section can confirm whether your deposit is pending or posted. That record comes directly from Social Security Administration systems and is the most reliable source for timing and amounts. Now, let us talk honestly for a moment. Even when payments arrive on time, many seniors are still struggling. Housing costs remain high. Utility rates have increased in multiple regions. Prescription costs continue to rise. Medicare premiums are expected to increase again next year. For many households, there is no margin for error. That is why reliability matters more than speed alone. A deposit that arrives correctly and on schedule prevents overdrafts, missed bills, late fees, and delayed medical care. Predictability is stability for seniors on fixed incomes. There are practical steps you can take to protect yourself going forward. Make sure your direct deposit information is current. Outdated account numbers are one of the most common causes of returned payments. Keep your contact information updated so the Social Security Administration can verify changes quickly. Review your Medicare plan options annually. Some plans offer give-back benefits that reduce Part B premiums. If your income is limited, review eligibility for Medicare savings programs and extra help. These programs can reduce premiums, deductibles, and prescription costs. Even small reductions can make a meaningful difference month to month. Tax withholding options are also available for those who want predictable net payments. Filing a voluntary withholding form allows you to control how much is withheld, reducing surprises at tax time. Free counseling resources exist as well. State health insurance assistance programs provide unbiased guidance on Medicare and benefit coordination at no cost. Staying informed through verified sources remains the most effective way to protect your benefits, manage expectations, and plan your finances with confidence. In summary, a confirmed Social Security deposit wave is processing this weekend and is expected to post by Monday morning for eligible beneficiaries. This includes delayed mid-month payments, supplemental security income adjustments, and coordinated benefit releases. Funds are already moving through the Federal Reserve System. If your payment did not arrive earlier this week and your schedule aligns with this group, monitoring your account overnight and early Monday is appropriate. This update is based on verified Treasury processing, not rumor. Additional updates will follow as the next disbursement cycle approaches. Holiday timing adjustments and future cost of living planning will be announced in advance once finalized. The hope is that this information provides clarity and eases the worry that comes with waiting for essential income.